let's do our 1 PAM on the table tonight.
Perfect.
Actually, it's not a PAM. This one is not a PAM.
So this is a very special watch, folks. So this is a Panerai Ferrari, which we've talked about, and how these watches were actually making a comeback. I think we even moved off topic of people not liking the watch, and we're just talking about how much we love these watches.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's the good news.
The Panerai Ferrari, like a lot of the other Ferrari watches that that have been done, whether it be GP, Panerai, so on and so forth, really didn't hit in the beginning. And, I think that, true Panerai collectors didn't like that it didn't have Panerai on the dial. They didn't like the sort of the blatant representation of Ferrari on there. It was a little bit too much in your face.
It was also a bit of a shotgun marriage. The 2005 to 2010 hookup between Ferrari and Panerai seems like the kind of thing that company fathers of both brands thought would be awesome. And I'm not sure that the rank-and-file collector for Panerai was totally enthused. Also because these watches were generally very low production and very expensive. Most of them were complicated, and Paneristi were not high-dollar, complicated watch guys back then. They were still used to those two-hand Unitas-powered Luminors from the 90s. And this was a watch that cost $33,000 when it was
Did
new.
it really?
In 2007, in steel, $33,000.
That's just it's just funny money getting thrown around when you've got a steel Panerai retailing for $33,000.
And the story of these very closely parallels the story of the old manual wind Rolex Daytonas, where you could find them new in shops years after production ended. As late as 2015, I would still see these for sale new in Panerai dealers. And you know what? The folks who pounced back then are going to be rewarded in the long run, because this was the first Panerai perpetual calendar. Along with its rose gold sister, the FER 16, this is the only Panerai perpetual calendar. And the module is by Horological Royalty. If you're familiar with the Harry Winston Opus 9 and the Singer Track 1, those are the people, Agenor of Jean-Marc Wiederrecht, behind this watch. Many GPHG nominations. This is a high horology company that built this complication for Panerai. Out of Geneva, their factory is right alongside Audemars Piguet's Geneva operation and F. Pijorn's case and dial maker. These guys are the real deal, and you're getting this in a watch with a Valjoux 7750 base, both module and base, tough as nails, serviceable forever. It's a high horology watch that once had a high horology price, with 247 of these made for the 60th anniversary of Ferrari. This was actually a great occasion because I snuck into the New York's Jacob Javits Center in New York City using my school ID, claiming it was a press credential. Me and my cousin drank Ferrari's vino and ate their hors d'oeuvres for a beautiful afternoon of food and fun. So that was a special occasion for me, but this will be a special occasion for you, because this is a case that is neither Luminor nor Rodiumir. If you look at it, it's uniquely profiled, richly finished. Yeah, it is, and it's got a quarter-turn crown that's a little bit like the Hublot Unico Big Bangs. A quarter turn locks and unlocks the crown, and it's a unique crown. Even that is specific to these models. Rare, once very expensive, initially unloved, and increasingly recognized. Get them while they last, because they made 60 in rose gold and 247 in steel.
Yeah, and why I think the Panerai Ferrari watches are making a comeback is, number one, the bold colors. You've got red dials, you've got yellow dials, you've got Panerais that are sort of off the beaten path, which are really resonating with collectors that want something a little bit different. Number two, the price points are attractive, which as they get purchased and sucked out of the market, the prices, the ones that enter the market, are starting to, go up a little bit. And number three, they're watches that a lot of collectors don't even know about. Like, I didn't even know about this watch until I was stumbling through it and seeing it. I was like, oh my God. I was like, is this a perpetual? And you were obviously like, yes, this is a perpetual. And I'm like, Panerai does a perpetual? And you're like, first and last perpetual. So it's a watch that at $33,000, I think I probably wouldn't be pulling the trigger on. But pre-owned in this kind of shape at a competitive price point, I mean, what other perpetual, can you get?
And how often can you say, okay, I've got a Panerai that doesn't look like all the other Panerai. I know for a fact they will never make another one. And believe me, the way this Ferrari relationship went down, they will never make another one.
And if they ever did make another one, it would be probably an in-house caliber at a much higher price point.
And it would mean they would have stolen the franchise back from Hublot, which means there would be mega marketing behind it. Like, that would not be a small investment on Panerai's part, which means the early watches would then become connoisseurs pieces.
Exactly.
But it's basically basically a future-proof steel sports watch you can buy now, enjoy forever. It's got a great conversation piece value. It's an awesome icebreaker with other watch guys. And you don't have to be into the Ferrari relationship, but look at our test case. The GP Ferraris had the same sort of market bottom out. Lots of them were available for years after original manufacture,
They're
still
cool.
for sale. And they're going up in value.
They're cool.
So, again, history as our guide. This will be a thing to own someday.